beautiful people, to another episode of Comfort Foods Kitchen. Today we're going to be making stewed beef with mushroom gravy. And this is about 3 pounds of stewed beef. Stewed beef is chuck beef, and this has already been cubed. And all the ingredients have been added to this, and it's been marinating for 24 hours. Now, you can do it for at least 1 hour. It doesn't have to be 24, but make it at least 1 hour. And here are the ingredients we're going to be using. We have this NOODLES, and NOODLES is a beef bouillon, chicken bouillon, or vegetable bouillon. NOODLES is just the name of the company. It's not the name of what you're using. What you're using is the beef bouillon. In this case, we're using beef meat. And it's going to be a half a cup of beef bouillon. 2 tablespoons of pepper. If you don't want that much black pepper, that's fine. Use half of that. 2 tablespoons of onion powder and 1 tablespoon of thyme. All of that was mixed into my meat, and then I put it in the refrigerator for 24 hours. And this is the result. Make sure before you do anything to your meat, you wash it, because you don't know where those fingers have been, and you don't want to get sick. You don't want to make your family sick. The cook cannot afford to be sick. Now, at the end, we're going to make the mushroom gravy. And we're going to have to cut these mushrooms up. We'll slice them up. And I have 2 packages of beef gravy mix. And we're going to take this and sear this meat in a Dutch oven or in a pan that will hold in the moisture, because you don't want this meat to dry out. I'll be right back with you. Welcome back, beautiful people. My pan is hot. I've got coconut oil in this pan. You don't have to use coconut oil. It can be canola oil, vegetable oil. It's your preference on that. And we're going to sear this meat. Now, when I said this is cubed, that means it's cut into chunks. It's already chunked. So we're going to take the meat, put it into the pan, or it's a hot pan. Because what searing does is it locks in the juices. Of this meat. Now, a lot of people might say, hey, you know what, 3 pounds of meat, that's a whole lot of meat. And there's only 1 or 2 of us. But the good thing about this is, when you make this much, and once it's done and it's cooled down, you can package it. You can put this in the freezer bag and package it for different meals and use it at another time. And once you freeze it, it will stay frozen and without going bad for about at least 3 to 4 months. Then I would use it. But other than that, it's not going to be wasted. It just saves you time on having to cook another meal another day. But don't forget to give me a like, subscribe to my channel, hit that notification button, and so that way you'll get notified when I come up with some other fabulous recipes. Now, this is going to take a minute or so to sear, and I'll be right back with you. Welcome back, beautiful people. Now, I seared my meat, and you have to do it sometimes in batches. You don't want to overcrowd your pan. Once you take that first batch out, you put in the second one, sear that meat. Then put it all back in. Let it cook until it looks done. Just about done. No pink in it. Then what we're going to do, you see how it bubbles up. And the reason you're getting this moisture in here now is because of the moisture that was in the beef already. Now what we're going to do is add our mushroom. This is 2 cups of mushrooms. Add your mushrooms. add your gravy. This is 2 packages of gravy, which makes 2 cups of gravy. You're going to turn this down low, and you're going to let it simmer. You have to add a little bit more water. You can add a little bit more water to it. Now I'm going to turn this down low, because mine is up too high. You see how it's getting thick? Okay, so what we're going to do, I'm going to add another 1.5 cups of water. I got it on low, another 1.5 cups of water. I don't want this to dry out. I don't want the water to dry out and evaporate, and so that this meat will burn. So what we're going to do, we're going to keep it on low for about 45 minutes. Now I have a top that has a little steam hole in it. I cover that because I don't want the water steaming out. So you cover it, make sure the top is solid. Cover that for about 45 minutes, and we're going to come back and check on this. And I'll be right back with you. Welcome back, beautiful people. Our dish is done. Take a good look at this. Now what we did was, I went back in, let's say every 10 minutes or so, to check to make sure that this is not sticking, but it did not stick because I'm using a non-stick pan. And see how thick this gravy is? This is the way it's supposed to look. Alright, so what we're going to do is transfer this into another dish, and we will be ready to serve. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, baby. Look at that. Look at it. Now this is usually served over either mashed potatoes or over wide egg noodles, or rice. In my case, I'm going to serve it over mashed potatoes. And with my mashed potatoes, because I actually made this meal for my family, we're going to have Brussels sprouts. But that's mine. Now what I'm going to do is go in for the taste. So I'm going to get a little bit of mashed potatoes on my plate, and then I'm going to spoon some meat and gravy over that dish. There we go. This is the finished product, and now we are ready for the taste. This took 45 minutes and is very tender. And it's very good. So don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Give me a thumbs up, like. Hit that notification button so that you can get more of these fabulous dishes every week. See you back then.